Good morning. When I was very young, from the time I was born until just after kindergarten, I lived in a neighborhood and I had two wonderful neighbors on either side of my house. On one side lived an older woman named Eleanor. She had beautiful flowers in her garden. I would talk to her over the fence, and every once in a while she would invite me inside her house for cookies and lemonade. On the other side of the house lived an older couple named Warren and Nina. They were always so excited to see me and would have huge smiles on their faces to greet me with hugs. They had a pool and they let me go swimming in it. And one time in the winter, when my mom was getting ready to bring me to preschool, she slipped and fell on the ice and she broke her leg. There was no one else around, so I had to run over to Warren and Nina's house to ask for help. And they came out and they took care of my mom and my brother, and Nina brought me to preschool. Now, my family lives in a neighborhood and we have wonderful neighbors around us. I know I can always count on them for a cup of sugar or an egg or even an onion if when I get to my recipe I realize I don't have what I need. They check on our house when we aren't here. They lend a helping hand when we need it. I even asked one neighbor for some shampoo this last year when we were in quarantine because my hair was really, really dirty and the grocery order had left out shampoo. This week, for a Lenten theme, From Giving Up to Giving Out, we're talking about generosity to our neighbors. We can use Jesus' words to love our neighbor as ourselves for some guidance when we think about giving out to our neighbors. It's really easy to be generous with our neighbors if they are people that we like, right? We can bring them a meal if they're sick. We can help shovel their driveway or their sidewalk if they're hurt. We can write them a little note, stick it in their mailbox or with sidewalk chalk to brighten their day, water their plants while they're away. All of these are acts of giving out. And what it does is it creates a cycle of generosity. If someone gives you something or is generous to you, it kind of creates in you the want and the need to give out to somebody else. So you picture your neighborhood as this cycle of generosity, one person giving to another, people's needs being met by the people that live right around them. But the thing about neighbors is that you don't always see eye to eye. Your adults might have disagreements with the people that live around you. Maybe they're upset about the fence in your property, or maybe they're upset that that tree on your neighbor's property is dropping tons of leaves onto your property. Or maybe you've been out with the kids in your neighborhood and you've had a disagreement over the game that you've been playing. It's in these situations that Jesus' words, love our neighbor as ourselves, might be a little bit of a help. At the very least, we're supposed to show ourselves love and compassion. This can be harder for some people than it is for others. Hard to show ourselves that compassion. But we can practice that, and then when we practice that, we can practice putting a little bit of love and compassion out there for the people around us in our neighborhood that we might disagree with. We hope that if we put a little bit of that love and compassion out, that cycle of generosity will keep going, and maybe a little bit of love and compassion will come back to us. One of my neighbors, Lacey, is moving soon. I can't tell you how many times I've been on the receiving end of her generosity. She's watched my kids, watered my plants, lent a listening ear, and giving me many, many laughs. Just like Eleanor gave me cookies and lemonade, and Warren and Nina helped my mom and my brother and me. It's those acts of generosity, that giving out, that makes the world a more generous, kind, compassionate, and loving place. I hope this week that you can give out to your neighbors. If it's hard, start with that thought. Love your neighbor as yourself, and extend a little love and compassion to your neighbors. I hope that you will receive a little love and compassion in return. I miss you, and I can't wait to see you soon.